AskReddit by Xrasa. People who don't use cruise control, why? I'm on the 405. I know exactly what you mean 5 for me, but same thing. Every time I turn it on, the car in front of me slows down. Every single time. Exactly. Mixed with my paranoia of needing my foot to be right there in the event I have to stop suddenly. So my foot gets tired of just being held up, instead of just resting on the gas pedal. Also, 95 is a madhouse, and I'm not about to use cruise control on that shit. Traffic. Mostly this, where I live there just aren't open roads or freeways, there's always some kind of traffic. And even if I could, I don't trust others to keep a steady pace and would rather just be in control and paying attention the whole time. My car doesn't have it. I didn't even know it was a non-basic feature until I bought this car and I miss having it so much. I've never owned a car that had it. I'm surprised I had to scroll down this far to find someone else without it. It's broken on my car. That's currently my reason too. Poor car is falling apart. I find it annoying to turn it on and off when I interact with traffic. I prefer the dynamic direct feeling of increasing and decreasing the speed directly with my foot. That said, I will use it if I'm on an empty long stretch of road. My car has adaptive cruise. Best shit ever. Stop and go traffic is much easier when the car does 90% of the work. I don't feel in control enough. It's too relaxing. Yeah, this, I always feel like, I could put my foot down and relax, but if I put it on, I usually have my foot hovering over the brake in case someone slams on the brakes or whatever. The hovering of the foot takes more energy than just pressing on the gas immo, plus I'm constantly looking, scanning, so the speed is gradually adjusting all the time. I just don't like not being in full control the entire time. Same. Using it makes my attention wander off somewhere. I get scared pushing new buttons in my car. It took me years to use cruise control the first time because my driver's ed class barely included any highway driving, so we never used cruise control and I honestly just didn't know where it was or how it worked. I don't remember how I found out, but by then I'd already been driving without it so long that I never missed it. Plus I drive in a major city 90% of the time, and if I can't adjust speed quickly I'm going to get hit by one of the street racers. I only use it on NH and VT interstates where the traffic is low enough. I live in NH and drive to MA often. Everywhere else there's too much uncertainty in traffic behavior. Drivers can be aggressive or stupid. I'm in northern NH and I pretty much never use it. The northern portions of 93 and 91 have too much elevation change and it is very hard on the transmission and engine when the computer tells it to drop 2 gears on a hill to maintain 80 miles per hour. RPMs go through the roof spontaneously. It makes me sleepy. I need something to pay attention to. This is why I only drive stick. It's engaging. I'm driving the machine. My truck doesn't have it. Probably the biggest downside that vehicle has. I could retrofit it, but I'm not sure I want to put that much cash work into a truck I don't plan on keeping much longer. The work truck does, but I only use it when the road conditions allow. My wife says she doesn't like not feeling in control of the vehicle. She won't ever use it, not even on long empty roads. Her new car has adaptive cruise, but she will never use it. I got addicted to adaptive cruise control when it stays in lane and has all the sensors to not let you die. I speed way less and don't curse anymore unless it's at it going 55 in the fast lane. Passing lane. It's this misnomer that causes an issue. Fast is subjective, passing is not. I was going to, but this jackass is going 55 in a 65. 2. I I don't know how, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Get your car to the speed you want to be at, like for example 65 mph/104 kmph. Hit cruise control button. Slightly lift your foot off the gas and confirm the car keeps you at that speed without you manually giving it gas. Keep your hands on the wheel and eyes on the road, even if you have adaptive cruise control, please. I too was too scared to ask, then I watched my partner do it. Haha. Usually even when I'm on the highway it's too busy to be a big help. I do use it sometimes, but I often forget it's so rare. My truck doesn't have cruise control. It's more fuel efficient to not brake to a certain speed when going downhill. I was getting 67 miles per gallon with my Corolla hybrid on the highway without cruise control and never got above like 60 with it. This is my biggest gripe with cruise control. It's annoying on hilly freeways. Going uphill, it speeds up too much where I could hit the car in front, and downhill it's braking when it could be coasting. My car is 10 years old, so maybe cruise control has improved. Sometimes the terrain just doesn't allow for it. I use it a lot and won't buy a vehicle without it, but I absolutely hate adaptive cruise to the point it is a literal walk away deal breaker if adaptive can't be permanently disabled. Glad to see someone share my hatred for adaptive cruise control. Had a couple of rentals with it. I'm going along just fine until someone passed me and changed into my lane. The car decides it needs to slow down cause they're 7 car lengths ahead. Found out how to turn it off. Unfortunately had to turn it off every time I started the car. Speed limit fluctuate too much on roads. Where do I put my right foot if it's not on the pedal? Planting it flat on the floor doesn't feel good. My truck doesn't have it lol, but I do have a nifty little button on the floor that controls my brights. People drive too slow for me to take advantage of cruise control. I think I'll forget that I'm driving. I have ADHD. You still have to steer.